All right, hey everybody, welcome to Down Home Backyard Gardening. Today I want to do the Single Seed Challenge 2023, update number 7. There's quite a bit going on with the 2 Single Seed Challenge plants that I have going. I think it's been about 3 weeks since I've done a specific Single Seed Challenge update video. So we're going to knock this out because there's some things going on, and I want to show you something that's going on with another type of tomato plant. So let's grow. Okay, so hopefully everybody who's watching these videos or keeping up to date on these videos, specifically for this challenge, have started their own Single Seed Challenge videos also. Now, having said that, check out how big these 2 plants have got. They are so big that it's very hard to tell the 2 apart, but this one right here is Tiny Elvis, the classroom's Single Seed Challenge plant, and then the one on the over here right here is Priscilla. Now, that one is my Single Seed Challenge plant for this channel. Now, check this out. Okay, for one, you can see that the plants are starting to lean. That means they're getting way too big for these poles. So I've got to adjust that. But if we come down in here, look at the tomatoes right there, right back in there. Look at those things. And then this one right here. And this one right here is the very first tomato on these plants. We've got some work to do on this plant right here, Tiny Elvis. And then if we come in here on Priscilla, she has finally started putting on tomatoes of her own. So both these plants are doing really good, but look at how crazy that one tomato is. That's one tomato, y'all. Just the craziest shaped thing ever. That is so cool. And that is why I actually picked these 2 tomato plants for the Single Seed Challenge 2023 this year, is because of the uniqueness of those tomatoes. Those shapes are nuts. But I'm hoping the 2nd grade classroom who's watching this video right now, hope y'all are smiling because your plant, Tiny Elvis, is doing great. But we need to take care of him. Okay, so how are we going to correct the posture of this plant? Well, we're going to pull it this way. And how we're going to do that, we're going to use some of the sticks that I have in there. And we're also going to start trellising these plants because these are technically indeterminate plants, which means they can just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. They don't have a set size that they'll get. So to help them, we're going to start trellising. And let me show you how we do that. Okay, so as you just saw, I used baker's twine, some tomato clips. These things are awesome for this reason alone. And all I did was I have a trellis at the top, or I have a piece of wood at the top, I connect it all together. I attach the tomato clips to the twine for this reason right here. So as you can see, this clip is around the stalk of this plant right here, and there's tension on the line, which will keep this plant right here. And the same with over here. Did the same with Priscilla here, except I had to use 3 twines. And the reason for this, using more than 1 twine for these 2 plants, is because I've let these kind of go natural. Even though I showed how to find suckers and to pull them off and to pluck them off, I didn't catch all of them. And for that reason, some of both of these plants are actually really matured suckers, which have turned into sections of the plant that are actually fruiting. So I'm just going to let these 2 plants go natural. Even though these are indeterminates, which means they're going to grow and grow, I'm just going to let them go natural. Now, when I see a sucker, I'm going to yank it off. But for the most part, I'm just going to let them be, which means this isn't the single vine method for an indeterminate plant. I'm letting these go natural. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about with single vine method. Okay, so over here in this tomato bed right here, this entire bed will be nothing but indeterminate tomatoes. And you can see I've got some that are larger than the others because they were planted at different times. Larger than the others. But right here this morning, I came out here and 2 of these were actually laid over. It means that they fell off the sticks that I had supporting them. So the reason for that is because I wasn't staying on top of these plants, of the plant's growth. They're growing very quick. But I am going to make sure that these plants are done with the single vine method. And let me show you. So what I mean by the single vine method is, if you come down here at the base, we got one stem that comes all the way up. I don't have a bunch of craziness coming off the sides because I've stayed on top of the suckers on this plant. I want to make sure that I have one single vine coming up. And what that'll do is help produce, look at that, we've already got tomatoes. Tomatoes right there. See that sucker? Got to take that sucker off there. No more sucker. By single vining these tomato plants right here, what that's going to do is maintain the growing energy going straight up, not going out in all these different directions, which is what happens when you don't catch all the suckers. So by keeping all these plants going straight up, it's going to maximize the amount of fruiting branches that will be produced and maximize the amount of tomatoes that will be produced. So there's the difference between two indeterminate plants, one just being left to go natural, which I'm letting the single seed challenge plants do, or these other indeterminates where I'm going to maintain no suckers and ensure that it's just, they're growing straight up. And by doing that, I already have tomatoes growing on these. That's really cool. But back over here to the single seed challenge plants. So let me end the video by showing y'all what's really going on with these plants. So we already showed the tomatoes down here, but right here, if you look up, but right up here at the top, these are the flowers. And what you want is to see all these flowers. Now these are actually open, which means these can turn into tomatoes. These will be opening very soon, but that's what you want to see on your tomato plants. You want to see all the different stages of life on the tomato plant. Now, I should be able to be harvesting these tomatoes off of Tiny Elvis very soon. So classroom, expect some tomatoes pretty soon, maybe in the next week or two. Maybe sooner, but we'll see. All right, everyone, so that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you learned something about what you can do with the indeterminate tomatoes. You can either let them just go natural, or you can vine them and maximize the amount of fruit and tomatoes that you get off of them. So everyone, if you all enjoyed this video, please like it, please share it. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. I would absolutely appreciate you all joining all of us on this gardening journey that we're on. So until next time, everyone, take care, God bless, continue to shine bright and harvest hard, and I'll talk to y'all again real soon. Bye. That I have in there. And we're also going to start actually really matured here, and two of these plants were actually